from our nation's capital. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the...
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Allen on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A fake to Eckler. Now here's Taylor. Allen's got it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Adrian Peterson, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now he'll escape to his left. He may try and run for this. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Inman able to bring it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Peterson. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Casey Hayward brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
We're scoreless after 1.
35-yard line.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Haskins escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
44, Mike, 44.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Joey Bosa.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7. Chargers 0. Dustin Hopkins.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by...
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Time long.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw, Haskins. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson.
Haskins.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Haskins to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
By the Chargers.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down, Los Angeles.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, it's Taylor. Gets this one to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One receiver left. That's Allen. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Taylor a handoff. It's Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Ty Long set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
For Washington.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
28-yard line.
Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll hand off here to Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Chargers.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Ryan Kerrigan.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Taylor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on 40 extra points.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. From the gun, Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Taylor. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Joe Reed on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
They go play action now. Taylor finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete to Mike Williams.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Chargers.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
With this Washington 21, Chargers 3.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. operating from the gun. Taylor. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35.
Ain't doing nothing.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 78 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go and bleed the game out that way.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
Taylor will throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Justin Hopkins on for the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Matt Ioannidis breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Peterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's good.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, G.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
On the play. It's 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
For the Washington field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Around 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.